Would you believe it if you were told that this man is 72 years old? No Photoshop, no plastic surgery, no miracle pills. He goes outside and trains in such a way that many young people can't even stand half of his loads. And at the same time, he looks at least 30 years younger. This incredible man's name is Carlos Santos. But the most interesting thing is that it's not about genetics or luck. His lifestyle is a set of principles that anyone can apply. And if you watch this video to the end, you won't just learn the secrets of youth. You'll get a concrete plan that you can actually start implementing today. It will be very interesting and useful. So let's get started. And the first thing that everyone will notice is not only his appearance, but also his energy. He just lives as if age is a number that does not determine his capabilities. And this is the first important principle. It does not fight aging. It does not make it a problem. He accepts his age, but does not obey it. This is not passive humility, but awareness. He understands limitations, but he doesn't make them the center of his life. This is an important balance. Ignoring age is stupid. Obey him too. You need to consider it, but don't let it determine your actions. It seems like a philosophy, but in practice, it changes behavior. People who consider themselves old start moving less, taking fewer risks, and living more cautiously. Carlos does the opposite, and that's what keeps his body young. The second point is his attitude to training. He trains steadily, but not fanatically. There is no idea of killing yourself in training. I have an idea: to be on the move regularly. His body is used to the load because it is present all the time and not from time to time. This is an important lesson. The youthfulness of the body is not the result of extreme efforts, but the result of stability. If you want to apply this, forget about the occasional intense workout. Carlos places a special emphasis on the upper body. And this is not accidental. With age, it is the muscles of the upper part, the shoulders, chest, and back, that lose volume and strength faster. This affects not only your appearance, but also your posture, breathing, and even your self-confidence. His approach is simple: basic exercises, movement control, and a gradual increase in workload. Specifically, pull-ups, push-ups, and weight management. It doesn't require an expensive gym, but it has a powerful effect. Even if you are starting from scratch, you can start with simplified options such as push-ups from a wall or bench. Another important detail of his lifestyle is that Carlos enjoys jiu-jitsu, and it gives him something that regular training does not give. In jiu-jitsu, there is no bet on brute force. Technique, control, flexibility, and the ability to feel the opponent's body are important here. For an older person, this is an ideal format. It develops joint mobility, strengthens ligaments, and teaches the body to work economically without unnecessary stress. In addition, such training constantly puts the brain in new conditions. You need to make quick decisions, adapt, and find a way out of unusual situations. This is a powerful prevention of age-related cognitive decline. Interestingly, he often trains bare-chested. It's not about the demonstration, it's about contact with the body and the environment. When the skin is open, you can feel the tension of muscles, body position, and breathing better. Plus, it provides additional stimulation from temperature and air. This trains thermal regulation and makes the body more adaptive. Practical advice: try to spend at least part of your workout outdoors and in more natural conditions. This is a completely different level of feeling and engagement. Fresh air is generally a separate topic in his life. He spends a lot of time outside. He not only trains, but also just lives outside of enclosed spaces. This affects energy levels, sleep quality, and even hormonal balance. Many people underestimate how important it is to get natural light. This is directly related to circadian rhythms. If you want to improve your condition, start with a simple one. Go outside in the morning for at least 20 to 30 minutes without a phone. Just movement and light. Another key point is his mindset. He is not just a positive person in the banal sense. He doesn't get hung up on negativity and doesn't waste energy on things he can't control. This reduces the level of chronic stress, which is one of the main factors of aging. But here, it is important not just to think positively, but to change the focus of attention. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm getting old," he thinks, "What can I do today to feel better?" It's a practical skill that can be trained. If you find yourself feeling negative, don't ignore it. Redirect it. Ask yourself the question, what can I do right now to improve the situation? It takes you from destruction mode to action mode. Carlos also pays great attention to recovery. And this is something that many people ignore. People are ready to train, but not ready to rest properly. And without recovery, there is no progress. His approach is not passive lying down, but active recovery, walking, light stretching, and quality sleep. Sleep is especially important. This is the basis for the restoration of the hormonal system and muscle tissue. If you sleep less than 6 to 7 hours, you actually accelerate aging, and no amount of training can compensate for that. Another interesting point is that he enjoys the process. It sounds simple, but it's actually rare. Most people perceive training as a duty. Carlos is like a part of life that brings pleasure. It changes everything. When you have fun, you don't quit. Namely, duration and regularity create the result. Practical advice. Find an activity format that you really like. It may not be a classic sport. The main thing is that you want to do it again. If you put it all together, you get a simple but powerful system. Movement every day. Focus on basic exercises, fresh air and light, mind control, recovery, and most importantly, the pleasure of the process. These are not secrets, they are principles, but they are the ones that most ignore in search of quick fixes. And here's what's important. Carlos didn't become like that at 72. He became like this because he had been living like this for decades. But the good news is that you can start at any age. Yes, you can't go back 20 years, but you can significantly improve your condition in the coming months. And maybe in a few years, someone will look at you and say, "How old are you? You don't look your age." And then you'll understand it wasn't about the genes, it's about how you lived every day. Friends, what do you think of this man? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful.